Alright, so what did you guys need us here for? Finally, you guys made it. Alright, look, I'm just gonna cut to the chase, alright? What's that? That is, we will get to that, but first, we have to ask you guys a good question. Well, we have nothing to waste but time, so what do you need? We're gonna need to borrow your time machine. Uh, and why is that? Because we were hoping that we could use it to basically go to the future for something, just for a bit. I'm afraid that isn't how that works, because with everything happening right now, I'm sure you've seen those weird rift things going on. Um, there's a lot going on right now, and we need to find out what's going to happen in the future so we can work to prevent it right now. Wait, huh? Yeah. Um, Unfortunately, it's not exactly possible to visit the future exactly. Why not? Well, because our technology doesn't work like that. And then how does it work? Well, first of all, we don't even have anything to power it with, because typically our devices run on Persuthium, which basically doesn't exist anymore because, well, Persuth isn't around anymore, and you know, Persuth. Wait, I remember now. This is weird. What's going on with my memory? And so, from our timeline, essentially, the future that was going to happen if, you guys didn't beat him, uh, he exploded whatever, became energy, so we use that to power up and travel back to the past, right? And ultimately prevent that future. But then there comes the problem, because you see, once you travel back to the past, your old present or the future ceases to exist because it hasn't happened yet. I That doesn't make any sense. That isn't how it works in the movies. Yeah, that's what I've been saying. Right? Like, stuff doesn't make any sense, dude. No, it makes plenty sense. Because, again, think about it like this: the future is a place that's only a concept. You can't visit it because it hasn't happened yet. And if there is a future, that would imply that what is coming is predetermined and isn't something that you can decide on from your decisions that you make in the present. However, the past is something that has happened because it's something that you recognize in your memory. So if you were to travel back to that point in time, you essentially revert to a state where none of what's already happened has happened. And now, eventually, you're back to where you were before, but at the cost of your current present or your former, future no longer has happened. I'm so lost right now. What are you saying? He's basically saying that once you travel to the past, you can't go back. What? Huh? Yeah, so therefore it hasn't happened yet. But then wait a minute. If the future hasn't happened anymore and you guys are from the future, how are you guys still around? That's a good question. See, where you go, well, okay, I'll try to explain this to you in layman's terms. Basically, the reason we're still around is due to the law of conservation. Matter and energy cannot be created or destroyed. More so just to displace from a certain period of time. Uh, so, in a sense, because we exist right now, the only thing that could happen is that our matter could be displaced, basically sent back to a certain point in time. So we get to still exist, but where we came from doesn't exist anymore. And now, because our former present doesn't exist anymore, or the future doesn't exist anymore, basically, now we exist here. But then the point of your birth doesn't exist, so how does that happen? Well, technically that means we were born about, I don't know, how long ago did we defeat Pursuit? Like a few months, a few years? I don't remember. Basically, we were born when we first came to your time period. Ow. But I am so lost right now. Yeah, I'm not getting any of this myself. Wait a minute. The future has to exist. Well, technically it does exist once you create it, but as of right now, it technically doesn't. No, 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 no. What was in this orb was used to see into the future. Yeah, what is that anyway? You never explained what that was. It's like a magical amulet that allows you to peek through periods in time. And essentially, what happened was Uncle Garfield used that to see to the future and said that there was something coming. So yeah, there is a future that exists. Like magic? Yeah, like magic. Well, then in that case, that seems more like pseudoscience and not actual science, so I don't really believe it. What? Yeah, I don't believe in magic and stuff like that. That's ridiculous. See, SpongeBob, I knew this was a waste of time. Yeah, fair enough point. What's that? Did someone's mom walk into the room? Very mature, Sponge. Cool, very mature. Is this one of those weird magic tricks or something? Or no, I can assure you this is very, very real. Are you guys seeing that? Yes, I do see it. What is that? I don't know. It's a box with. What should we open it or what? I don't know. Is the coast clear, guys? I don't know. One of us has to go out and check. Is someone speaking? Did you guys hear that? You go out. No, you go out. I don't want to go out. You have to go out. Okay, but tell you what. Eeny, miny, mo, him. Why me? Because you have to do something about it. Okay, fine. Jesus Christ. Hello there. Do you guys speak English or something? ¿Cómo estás? Maybe? Da? Yeah, we speak English. Cool. Sorry to intrude on you guys like this. Yeah. Who are you? I'm Felix. Wait, we have a Felix here. What? Felix, it's us. Don't you recognize us? No, I've never seen you guys before in my life. Doesn't our Felix have a squeaky voice? You're right, he does. So I take it you're from another world, right? Yeah, that's correct. Are there more of you? That depends on what you have to say next. So there are more of you. I never said anything about that, but I am saying that if there was, it all depends on what you say next. What do you mean by that? If there were, would you harm us? No. Are you sure? Because I don't really trust that. Yeah, I'm sure. Yes, we would not harm you. So are there more of you, yes or no? What are they saying? Yeah, they seem nice. Alright. Boss, I think you can come out. I think it's safe. Very well. Apologies for the intrusion. I take it you're the leader? Of course I am. I see. Alright then. What's your name? Names? I go by many of them. Fredbear, Yellow Bear, all kinds of them. Sometimes even Cassidy, but many people in my squad know me as Golden Freddy. Golden Freddy. Okay. Is it fine if I call you Golden Freddy? Of course, child. Okay. You mind telling us why you're here? Well, you've seen the calamity that has happened recently, haven't you? With threads of the multiverse coming undone and all the incursions? Precisely. Yeah, it's hard not to notice it. One day everything's normal and then all of a sudden... Complete travesty. Yeah, quite unfortunate. Yeah. So, what's the move here? Are you guys here to invade us? Invasion is but a fool's gambit. I'm not here for any of that. More rather, I'm here to seek your aid. Our aid? We are searching for someone by the name of Giorno Giovanna. I've had a vision about him and the things that he has been doing. And we are left to believe that he's the only one who knows how to put an end to any of this and to possibly bring everything back to the way they were. You see, our home was destroyed, and unfortunately, it doesn't exist anymore. So, me and my crew had to come here, because it was the nearest place to visit. And fleeing wouldn't have not been my first call, obviously. But I had no other choice, and so we had to flee here. I see. And, it really wasn't easy to get everyone on this thing. So, yeah. Everyone. Yes, aside from Felix and I, there are other people in our receptacle here, in this box, you see. Wait. You brought alien invaders into our world? Alien? I would rather you call them refugees and to refer to them with such distasteful lettering. That's... Alright, well, I'm not going to argue with you. Maybe you have a point. Maybe we are the invaders. You know what? Yeah, you're right. Maybe I shouldn't have used such distasteful wording. I'm sorry. No issues taken. Alright, everybody, I will have a discussion with these folks over here, and when it's time to come out, I will tell you all to arrive, okay? My apologies for them. They are all quite shy. They are all quite shy indeed. So, what's the deal with you guys? We run a detective agency back in our home world known as the Funko Pop Brethren, or the Funko Pop Bros if you want to shorten this a little bit. And essentially we go around dealing with threats and stuff like that. So we were like a superhero team. In some way, I suppose one could say. Right. And one day we were on a little journey or something, and then all of a sudden we see this creature, a temporal beast or something, and it started to tear our world apart. And the moment we saw it, we decided we had to do something about it, so we all boarded upon that box, and then we drifted apart for quite a long time. Was this creature a spider monster by any chance? I believe it resembled a spider of sorts, sure. Yeah, we had a run with that thing earlier. It wasn't pretty. I suppose we're not the only ones who've seen it then. Yeah, it's causing ripples throughout. It's horrible. Yes, I could only imagine so. It would appear we're set for doomsday then. Now, hang on there. Not if we have anything to say about it. Yes, you're right. It's better to think things positively than to think negatively. But, of course, it is a bit difficult to see anything right now. Yeah, whatever that means. I never quite got your name. My name is... Spongebob SquarePants. I get it now. How did you know that? You see, my team and I all have special abilities. I myself have the ability of telepathy, or psychokinesis. I've got all kinds of abilities. Felix over there, for example, can manipulate the fourth wall. The what? Nothing of importance. Anyway, yes, as I was saying, we've come here to seek for your help. Then, sure, I suppose. What about the rest of your crew there? As I said, I will keep them in there for the time being, and when it is time, we will mobilize them. Right. So, time travel plan is a bust? Yeah, I guess so. What's that right there? Oh, that's a magical, thing. It's a seal. It's not really possible to, go in there and access it without magic skills or anything. I see. It appears to be some kind of amulet. Whoa! What seems to be the matter? How did you open that? Well, it was a very simple spell, and I simply just opened it up and saw what was inside. It really wasn't that difficult. Whoa. Anywho, I'm getting sidetracked. Let me just steal this back up really quick. Right. If we are going to work together, we must figure out a plan, obviously. And of course, I think I've got something figured out. But I might need time to think. So, if you'd please, I am going to go think about it for a brief second. It won't be too long. I will be back. Uh, right. Okay. Um, should we really trust this guy? I don't know, Mangle, but I think it's best we hear him out, see what he has to say. Uh, yeah, I agree. Maybe it is the only other thing we could do. I'm gonna go call in for more backup, maybe other people to help us out. Do you guys happen to have a recaller anywhere? It should be back there somewhere. Right. I'm gonna go do that, and maybe I'm gonna get the rest of our crew. All right. I'm gonna go do all that. Yeah. Okay. Hmm. Something on your mind? Yeah. I'm just wondering where all you Spongebob went. Maybe he'll, maybe he'll rejoin us soon, but I need to clear my head. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah. This is a very strange day.